reveals something to us that speaks to his perspective and his insight on the issue. So I started praying. We did this and we prayed and we asked God questions and then we just sit and listen. And
what kind of questions?
Like, why do I feel this way?
Okay.
Why do I feel rejected? Or why do I overreact to a situation and get angry? Or it can be anything, a lot of things for people. Is there a stronghold in my life?
Mm-hmm.
Or a lie? Usually it's a lie that we embrace about ourselves that Satan has, but God has a truth that he needs to speak into. So here's what God did, and some people will think this is funny, but it is so clear to me. I'm sitting there doing this listening healing prayer with Jill, and what came to mind was something that Zachary gave me when he was in kindergarten. Okay. And in kindergarten, they did this little craft project where they took and they baked bread, and then they did anything they wanted to with the bread, made a form, and then they painted it, and then they shellacked it. So my son took a blob of dough, took a spoon and pushed into it. They baked it. This is a spoon holder, of course. And then when it came out, like any little boy might do, he painted it black and brown. And then they shellacked, they brought it home. And quite honestly, it looked like a little pile of poop. This was...
With a spoon sticking out?
Well, it had a depression to put a spoon. It's a poop spoon holder.
Okay.
So, and you know what? We loved that thing. We couldn't have loved that anymore if it had been made by craftsmen at Tiffany's and it was full of diamonds and emeralds because it was just Zach. And he gave it to us and we loved it. We wouldn't have changed a thing. And it was on our, it was used for years and years and years till the thing totally disintegrated, in 20 years later. But we used to kid as Jill and I would say, well, if the house catches on fire, you get the kids and make sure you grab the poop spoon holder. Because that was the family treasure. It just was, So I kept getting a vision. I hadn't thought about that thing for years. And during this time of prayer, I kept seeing the poop spoon holder.
Yeah.
And it's like God said to me, he says, Kent, you're like that poop spoon holder. You may not be perfect. The world may see you as not totally competent or accomplished, but to me, you're like that poop spoon holder. I couldn't love you any more if you were decorated in diamonds or crafted by, I'm crafted by him. And it was just a profound thing for me. And I thought, God, because I knew how I adored that object. And that's how he says, Ken, I adore you like that. Now, fast forward a few months. We find out about Zach's cancer. Devastating to me. I had a great relationship with both my sons and my daughter. But, and I'm out on the bike trail riding, and I'm crying. I cried more I'm not a crier. I cried more in a month than I cried my whole life total, even probably as a baby. And I was crying out to God, and I said, oh God, I would do anything. Every parent probably experiences that to save Zachary. I just want him here. I know he'll be better off if he goes home to be with you, but I want him here. Would you save him? Mm-hmm. I just envisioned him as the patriarch of our family someday. And when I cried out, I would do anything. It's like God spoke to me and he says, Ken, that's the way I feel about you. I would do anything to show you my love. And I did. And that's what Jesus did on the cross. Wow. And I've heard that, I've preached that, I've taught that, I've done Bible study on that for years. But at that moment, God loves me in a palpable,